My ideal landing, just so we all know, is that I land with such suddenness and so close that all three kids run headfirst into the side of the ship and fall over. But if I crush them, this could be a terrible international incident.
I'd like you to please make a check.
And Bar's like, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Hello, fellow geeks. Welcome to our first episode of SAGAS, Setting and Genre Agnostic System. This game is now available on itch.io and drive-through RPG from Okayest RPG Publishing. It's a rules-light, roll-under system that's super easy to pick up and play. And in our playthrough, we're using a special add-on rule set to write poetry as we play. Along for the ride today, we have a few guests, both old and new. Everything is linked in the description, so go check it out. And now, let's roll. Hello, fellow geeks. Welcome to our little bonus fun one-shot episode where we are playing SAGAS, which stands for Setting and Genre Agnostic System. That's a fun acronym. We have a few new faces on the channel today. We'll go around and introduce everybody. Of course, you will all know me and Em and Katie, who are excited to be playing today. But why don't we start with Bill, who's been around, and then we will go to Sphinx, and then we will go to Dennis, and you can take it from there. Go ahead, Bill.
Hey, I'm Bill. I'm a podcaster. If you'd like audio escape rooms with fun guests, you can check out Escape This Podcast. If you like murder mysteries played by a dummy or my wife, you can check out Solve This Murder, which is my other fun show. Yeah, also, if you're interested in lovely puzzle games, why not go on Steam and buy Rise of the Golden Idol, a very fun detective mystery game that I was working on all year as part of a team. Hey, it's a real good game. It's great. So check that out too. And I'm excited to play some Sagas.
We're glad to have you back. You guys might recognize Bill from our Stew Pot episode, or if you didn't watch that one, then watch this one and then go watch Stew Pot and you can see more Bill.
Nice.
Sphinx, you're brand new here. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Sphinx Akasha, and I am very brand new here. I am a musician, a writer, a podcaster, a storyteller, a baker, a butcher, a candlestick maker. If you are into the TTRPG actual plays, you can find me playing on Tuesdays and Wednesdays with Dinner and a Game, generally playing Emerald Sanctums, which is our World of Darkness open world splat game. Kingdoms of Mist on Wednesdays, which is our 5e homebrew that's inspired by Treasure Planet. On Saturdays and Sundays, you can find me playing with 80H Adventures. Saturdays, we switch back and forth between Heroes Arc, which is our Down with the Patriarchy fantasy D&D game. And then there is our Unlicensed Magic War Crimes, which is our anti-fascism fantasy game. On Sundays, there's The Tale That Never Was, which is our time travel game, time travel and dimension jumping, which it sounds not nearly as weird as it actually is, but it's a lot of fun. You will enjoy it. If you're into podcasts, I am also a podcaster. I just released my brand new podcast, The Everbright Archive. It's a TTRPG actual play anthology podcast series where all of us at the table will sit together. One of us will take the role of storyteller. We'll tell a story for up to 20 episodes. And once we're done with that story, someone else at the table takes the realm of storyteller. The rest of us become players, and we go around in a circle until we've come back to the beginning, at which point I say goodbye to my 4 players. I bring in 4 new players, and it's a great way to explore different TTRPG games, different systems and different settings that are not D&D, Pathfinder, or World of Darkness. So, yeah, that's me.
So Sphinx has nothing going on. Sorry, you can't see him do anything anywhere.
Nowhere
That's
anywhere.
a bummer. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm amazed you had this evening free.
For real. Thank you so much for joining us in that busy schedule.
Yay.
We're excited to have you.
I'm
And
happy
last
to
but
be here.
certainly not least, Dennis, who is actually going to be running our game today. We're super excited to have you, and we appreciate you coming and running this game on this channel. Why are you the one running this game on this channel, Dennis?
Yeah, Dennis.
Because I made the thing. I am the
Yay!
creator of Sagas. We've been working on it, or I've been working on it with many different people for almost 2 years now. And I don't know when you're going to be listening to this, but chances are it will be available. It is going to be pay what you want on itch and drive-through RPG. And I am so excited to finally move this project through to completion. I haven't been doing much else. I've been around in the TTRPG space for a couple years now. I've worn many different hats, but ever since Sagas started picking up steam, I haven't really done much else. We are, one of the really cool things about Sagas is we are going to be making a ton of one-page supplements to just tack onto it. We've made a couple different ones for anime like One Piece and Jujutsu Kaisen. Tonight, we are going to be using one that Sphinx and I collaborated on called Epic, where we will be writing poetry about our game while we play. And then at the end, we are going to be reciting the poetry and seeing what everybody came up with. And I'm so excited. It gets very chaotic very quickly.
Well, I can't wait to see how that all comes together. I'm equal parts curious and excited. And just for those listening and watching, we will have a whole bundle of links for you to check out these awesome guests in our description or our show notes. So yeah, without further ado, Dennis, you want to get us into the game? I figured we can kind of just introduce our characters as they move into the scene or whatever is happening.
Yep, that's exactly how it's going to happen.
All right,
But
well,
first,
take it away.
time to set the scene. The city has been little more than a ruin for half a century now. It still shows signs of the utopia it once was. A machine-crafted wall that still stands is decorated with some hate for the Galvora who destroyed this place. The fresh spray paint runs like tears toward the rubble at its base. Dirty children, dressed in bright clothes, play with a small drone that sings its way through the street. Their laughter carries all the way to the marketplace nearby. Cloth tents and tin roof shacks lean against the remaining structures, and a surviving populace wanders between the stalls. Some sit for rest at the base of a broken statue in the center of the square. Like the children, these people are resilient. They have moved beyond scratching their survival from their buried home, and their society is showing signs of joy again. Bright colors adorn the people and their homes, like a flower growing through the crack of a broken road. These are the fallow, a renewed and hopeful people working hard to rebuild their broken home. Mechanical thrumming begins. Quiet at first, but growing louder. It suppresses the joy of the fallow as they remain silent. They scatter to safety and cover. The thrumming continues, and a wind begins to kick up dust. Flying low between the broken skyscrapers is an angular ship, anti-grav units vibrating the air so violently that rocks directly below it bounce on the ground. It approaches the now deserted market and makes to fly directly overhead, but it slows, rises higher into the air, and skirts the boundary before descending and continuing its patrol, leaving the gathering place unharmed. As the thrumming disappears and the air becomes still once again, the figure sprints towards the market, leaping over rusted vehicles and ducking through buildings. This is Wind, and she runs as though escaping a crime scene. Katie, please describe what your character looks like.
Wind is tall and lanky, very plain looking, neutral features, which gives advantage to her when she needs to disguise herself as someone else. Plain brown hair tied up, also being caught up in the wind, so it's looking windswept as she's running. Her distinctive feature, though, she's got these piercing green eyes that are frantically looking around for safety as she runs.
Wind, as you pause for breath just outside the exit of what used to be a shopping mall before you reach the market square, a very familiar voice calls out to you from the darkness, and your closest friend emerges from a ransacked clothing store. What does Salvo say to Wind, and what does Salvo look like?
How good does this poncho look on me? She walks out with a brand new poncho slung around her shoulders. She is a little bit short, a little bit stocky. She is has like short, very curly hair that just kind of puffs around her shoulders, and smudges of soot all over her face. She's missing a few fingers on one hand, and there's a little creak while she walks because she has a mechanical leg that starts at the knee and goes down. And her poncho looks very bulky, like there's stuff underneath. What are you looking at, Wind? I asked you about my poncho.
We gotta go. Come on.
Okay, but like, what is that noise?
I wouldn't worry about it right now. We should run. You haven't run in a bit, right?
I know how. I don't like to, but I can.
Oh,
I'll follow you when you tell me on the way, okay?
Come on.
I hope that these reagents
All
are
right,
stable.
Wind, where are you running?
We are. Wind grabs Salvo's hand and yanks her along, back actually into the rundown clothing store to try to go out a back way, ignoring all of the clothing around because that's not important right now.
I would like you to please make a check to find an escape route.
First roll, first roll, first roll.
First roll. D12.
D10.
D10, you're right.
Unless you've got a specific negative trait that's bad at finding escape routes.
Well, I mean, does poor memory count as making that negative?
Probably.
You know what? I think it does. This is very close to the marketplace. Most people would know almost any of the routes around here, but your memory is either not what it once was or was never up to snuff in the first place.
Too many hits to the head from Salvo's experiments.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't appreciate the slander.
A 5.
5. That is a success. It is exactly what you needed. And you do find a back entrance into sort of like the workers' hallway in this mall. And you start booking down this corridor that is very, very dark. There's no longer any electricity in the building and there's no windows. But you continue running and you can hear your footsteps echoing through this hallway before you get to the end where there's a crack of light from a door that leads outside and is slightly bent in the jar.
I mean, are we going to hit it at a dead run? What are we doing, Wind?
We're hitting it at a dead run. Crashing through it.
As you crash through this door, I need Salvo, Wind, and Mar to all make checks to stay on your feet as you all collide.
Amazing. I rolled a 5.
7.
I would like to point out that I am big and I cannot be forcibly moved by anything smaller than me.
Yeah, so
Are they my size? But I guess I am also clumsy. So maybe that
So as you burst through this door, you run into just a wall. Like this door was poorly placed. You run into something very solid, and both of you tumble to the ground. That is failed checks for both Salvo and Wind. And if you have any effort missing, you get 1 point of effort back. And as the two of you scramble around on the ground, you glance up, and as your eyes adjust to the bright outdoors, what does Mar look like?
Well, as noted previously, Mar is big. She is well over 6 feet. She is well built and muscular. She, despite her large build, though, she has a very gentle face, and she's quite pretty, but she always looks like she's trying to be smaller than she is. And she's also typically quite dirty because she can most often be found picking around in the rubble and the ruins of her city. She has long brown hair that's tied in a ponytail and rough tan skin. And she sees them both fall, and her eyes go wide, and she instantly bends down. She stows her sledgehammer and bends down, trying to pick up the two of them. Oh my goodness! I'm so sorry. I didn't see y'all. I didn't mean to knock you down. What's going on? Are y'all okay?
Don't know.
Ah. Yeah, we're fine. Hi, Mar.
Oh my! Y'all gave me quite a fright just now. Here, let me dust y'all off. And she picks both of you up and starts patting the dust off of you.
Is it like ham-fisted? Like,
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Oh, Mar, jeez, chill.
Oh, sorry. She takes a step away. She doesn't want to make the situation worse.
It's good to see you again, Mar. But I am curious, Wind, why the nefarious chuckle? That's not your normal sound.
come here, Salvo. Look at this. Look.
I'm looking.
And Wynn opens up her jacket where she's got the hilt of a metal hilt of a sword plus a vial of something on the inside. Look what I got.
Ooh, what
Piece
is
of
that?
metal and a drink?
You tinker, you don't even laser sword, huh?
They explode?
No.
Then I don't care.
I knew you'd say that, but
laser sword. That sounds awful dangerous.
No. It's fine. I know how to use it. Also, though, may I draw your attention to this here vial that will help you, Salvo, not lose more fingers. I got healing liquid after this poor bastard.
You don't like my halvesies?
No, I love your halvesies. We just don't need you to have more halvesies.
Okay. Well, I mean, if it makes you happy, it makes me happy, Wind. I don't.
I thought you'd like gripping anyway.
You know what? I do need some for the more delicate nature of bomb making.
See?
Where did you get that? That's kind of what I'm curious. What do you think, Mar? Think that's kind of weird, or?
Oh, I don't want to. Mar does not know what to say. She doesn't want to make anyone feel bad. Where'd you get it, Wind?
Wind points up to the ship. It's still above, yeah?
The ship has long gone, but you point to the path of the patrol almost always takes.
Remember,
You stole that? You from the. Her voice gets lower. From the Rytel?
tactfully borrowed and now own Rattel stuff.
Oh, I don't know if I can be associating with something like this.
Oh,
I should probably get back to my work.
Mar. Win like reaches up. Mar, it's fine. I got permission, basically.
Oh, they gave it to you?
Yeah, they gave it to me. Because, I talked like this a bit, and they really liked it.
Oh, that's cool how you can do that
I know.
thing with your voice. I always thought that was pretty funny.
Isn't it, though? But now, see, I perfected it so much that we have new things. And that is why we can stay associated, right, Salvo?
Yeah, obviously, Mar. Is there anything else you want? Because Win could probably get it for you.
Oh, well,
Well,
I
maybe
mean-
later, Salvo.
oh yeah, I don't want to overstep the. Thanks for showing me the laser sword. That's pretty cool.
It's gonna be useful, right? Useful.
For what?
So much. It's a laser sword.
Cutting things.
Yeah. You know how Salvo needs her like sheets to like do things with?
What?
Shrapnel? I don't know what you do.
Oh, for like construction and building and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
all
neat.
that's all we're gonna use it for.
Well, that could be pretty useful with what I do. I mean, if you happen upon another one, or if they give you another one, maybe I could get a laser sword.
Maybe.
That's top of our list, Mar.
Uh-huh.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I am starving. Can we get some food or something?
Oh my god. Yeah, I worked up an appetite with that. Running.
With that accent making, yeah, and the running.
Yeah,
for
accent
exercise.
making. Right.
Oh,
exercise.
here, I packed my lunch from home. Y'all can have some. And
Oh,
Mark
what you
breaks out
got?
a little sack lunch. It's just, it's, I don't know what's on this planet.
As Mar takes a sack off of her shoulder and thumps it onto the ground, we cut to the angular ship landing. And as it does, the dust cloud begins to clear, and you can hear the hydraulics as the door opens. And we hear an accented voice ranting as Finbar exits the ship. Bill, what is Finbar saying? What voice do we hear?
Look, I don't know why she's thinking him. Like, why would she be my cousin? I wouldn't have any cousins on this planet. You know I'm the only one from my family who's here. So just because someone claims that they know me, like, all she said was that her ma knows my ma. That doesn't mean that you can just give her my things.
What does Finbar look like?
Finbar is short. He is quite thin, freckled skin, brown hair. And as he lifts up his goggles, you notice two things. One is that his left hand is missing 3 fingers, luckily replaced by lovely mechanical fingers. No halvesies for Finbar. And as he lifts up his goggles, his left eye is also not quite a real human eye. That looks like it's been replaced by something mechanical as well. Doesn't look like it bothers him. He's generally quite a happy-go-lucky guy. Though at the moment, he seems a little bit ticked off.
And as you turn around, you exit the ship and turn around and watch as your partner, Thatch, comes down the ramp. Thatch, how do you respond to Finbar?
Thatch kind of has his hands in the very much like the shrug motions, and pretty much goes, "I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not the one who gave them your things. You're ranting at me as if it were my doing, but it was not me. Once again, I think you have me confused with one of the other scouts, which, would kind of track, being that everything is out to get me." It's all right.
And what does Thatch look like?
Thatch is on the taller and lankier side. He is kind of built like a swimmer, but like tall and kind of stretched almost cartoonishly. He is dark skinned with purple eyes that are slitted like cats. There are veins that are like kind of purplish that kind of peek out from like the hairline and from around kind of the neck and jawline. He has like a bit of like a tuft of purplish hair for a goatee, and the top of his hair is cut short but fashioned into dreadlocks that kind of shift off to one side. And he is wearing kind of a body glove, for lack of a better term. It looks leathery, but it looks like it moves and breathes a lot better than, say, like formed leather would. And in certain like strategic places, some of the leather is hardened a bit to become more armored. He also wears a black scarf around his neck that can easily be placed on the lower half of his face to conceal himself. And the scarf in the back also can come up like a hood. And he is carrying with him a rifle that he has strapped to his back. Along a belt that he wears is a small dagger.
Well, look, Patch. Okay, and look, it may not have been you, but you got to give me some credit here. I was focused on fixing up the ship, and you all do look exactly the same when you're covered in the scarf and the head thing, and you can take some of that off when you're in the ship, because I can never tell any of you apart.
Well, that's kind of the point, would it not be, for you to? Oh, not so much for you. I suppose I see your point.
Exactly, right. When you're out there going around like the city, and you don't want any of those, I don't even know, the people living there to notice you, that's fine. But when you're here talking to me, you know what, I probably wouldn't pay any attention anyway. You're fine. Sorry, Hatch. If you can find out who did give my sword away, let me know and I'll yell at them.
I'll keep an extra eye out for you. And as he says that, a third eye turned sideways opens up in the center of his head and winks at you.
Please. No, I don't
closes.
like that. It's not where an eye's supposed to be. You're meant to have two, and I don't like the third one.
Well, sorry, it's part of the scout initiation. I didn't really have a whole lot of say in that. It just, this is what happens when you become a scout. It's why we cover our lower halves and not the upper half of our faces.
Yeah, look, I'm just saying it's weird, and it's weird. I don't pretend you don't think it's weird. You enjoy having the third eye. I know you do.
I do, yes. Quite.
Yes, yeah, exactly. You do it, and it's just for this. I don't even know if it actually sees anything. I think you just do it because it looks weird.
I mean, there's benefit there for sure, but it also helps with the extra added vision. Having an eye, at least one eye in the scope, and then the other two eyes available and rightly being able to see things is very handy.
Okay, that's all right. I mean, look, I won't tell you how to do your job, so.
And I won't tell you how to fix or fly the ship.
Please. You wouldn't know the first thing about flying.
I really wouldn't.
Have you seen the controls of these ships?
I looked at it one time and thought that I would kill us all if I tried to do anything.
Exactly. It's a complicated job, but you only need 2 eyes to do it. So I don't think there's anything you need 3 eyes for.
That's fair.
Talking about jobs, do you actually are we doing anything different today, or is this just a classic flyover?
I believe we're just doing a classic flyover, seeing what kind of, if there's anything worth salvaging, or any spots worth settling in, honestly.
Well, look, this is great, because now we do know that there is salvage out there. It's in the form of a sword and a vial of healing. I don't even know what it's called. Do you call it juice? It's kind of disgusting, but maybe that makes it more palatable. Either way, that stuff's expensive, and only one of those two things was mine. The other one we do actually need to get back for John.
That's fair, yes.
So I guess, look, you know what? I suppose we know exactly the kind of salvage we're looking for. I suppose get scouting, I guess?
Thank you, Finbar. I will get to it. And he will put the scarf over his face, put the hood on just enough so that it covers like the hairline, but not where the other eye is.
Oh, never the other eye.
Will shoulder the rifle and will start to like make his way out of the ship.
How do you plan on scouting and starting to look for the missing laser sword, missing vial of healing liquid, and anything else that you might find in these ruins?
Well, I will very much first activate my, I believe, what's the trait? I will use my shadowy statue to basically go into a stealth mode and kind of blend into whatever. What is nearby as we are landed? Like where exactly have we landed?
You, Finbar managed to find a spot large enough for the ship to touch down that didn't look like it was going to bother any people that live here. Okay. You do see plenty of ruined buildings, overhangs that have their like ceilings that still exist with some support and their walls knocked out. And there's a significant amount of graffiti on most things around here. I'd like you to please make a check to see what else you can find.
I'm going to use my keen vision for that. That's a D8. I roll a 6.
There doesn't appear to be any movement per se around here. The graffiti is very artistic in some places and very much just a tag in others. The variance here is extreme.
Okay. Is there a does it seem to be written in any language other than Rytel that I could translate?
Yes, actually. At first it looked like these tags were just, swear words in Rytel, but I don't know, the font or text that was used to write them has some, it catches your eye because it looks familiar. And you can see the language of the Galvora, the people that destroyed this city.
Ooh, grit my teeth
sort
against
of like
that a little bit.
But it catches your eye in a strange way where you think it's hidden in this graffiti.
I don't want to alarm you, Finn. I think the Galvora might have been here.
Well, yeah, that's what destroyed the city. They were here 50 years ago. Like, this isn't news.
Well, I mean, does the graffiti look recent, or does it look like it's around 50 years old?
There's a lot of variance in age here. Sure. But the one you're looking at that might be a code or something appears to have less dust covering it than the rest of it.
Gotcha. Okay. Finn, I mean, fairly recently. There's a bit of coded graffiti here that is
well, that's
less
not good.
Dusty than the others.
Yeah, that's not good at all. You'd think, like, usually, like, Galvora destroy stuff and then they move on. And if they don't move on, you should. That's what we've been doing for however long. But
indeed,
why would there be Galvora still here? Can you read? You're saying it's like a coded message. Do you have any idea what it says? I'm not good with codes myself.
That's all right. I will see what I can make out here, and I will try to read the language, which I know the language, but I don't know if I know this code.
I would like you to make a check to try to decipher what this might be.
Okay, that would be, I'm assuming. Ooh, cool. I'm going to use investigation. and roll a
Nice.
d8. Good thing I took that. Ooh, it's a 3.
That's
That is a success.
Mm.
It takes you a couple minutes. And you do manage to get a piece of the code. But as you are deciphering it, hear movement from a corner of the clearing. Salvo, Wind, and Mar.
We're having a picnic.
Your picnic was interrupted by a ship landing nearby.
Oh,
So rude, you guys.
Dennis, may I ask a question first?
Of course.
Should we award Sphinx a stitch for discovering a secret?
Ooh.
We haven't even been using the frickin' one-page rules that we wrote. Yes, so I'm going to award several because I should have been doing that, and we should have been doing that like together. Like we can award each other stitches at any time for pretty much anything. First, I'm going to award a stitch to Wind for some epic fucking roleplay from after like stealing something and being the most sus I've ever seen anyone.
What?
I would also like to award a stitch to Mar for introduction being I ran into a wall. And so what I'm doing here is I'm awarding stitches to the players for cool things that have happened. Wind got the first stitch for being sus. Mar got the second for character introduction. And each time we award someone awards a stitch, we'll mark down what number stitch that is and what it was awarded for. And then when the scene is not on you, write poetry about what those stitches were awarded for. A limerick, a haiku, just a short couple lines long poem.
About the
And
stitch that we
Sphinx-
were awarded? Or,
Yes.
okay, just checking.
And Sphinx, you get a stitch for discovering the code.
Indeed.
Also, while we're just quickly overviewing rules and things, we've made a few rolls. And just for anyone watching or listening who hasn't played this game, this is a roll under system. So if you've been hearing us like thrilled about like, yes, a 3, that's because it's good here. We want to roll low. So ones we will be really pumped about, which is not always the case in these kinds of game systems. We're also rolling on dice, typically a D10 or possibly a D12 or a D8. So the numbers will be relatively low, hopefully super low, and we will be successful.
Salvo, Wind, and Mar. The ship has landed and the dust is now settled. What are the three of you doing? Continuing your picnic, investigating the ship? What would you like to do?
I feel like we were army crawling away to get away from them, and one of us got stuck in a bush.
Oh, it was definitely Mar.
Yeah. So Salvo has Mar by the wrists and is pulling as hard as she can.
Wind is behind pushing on Mar.
Ow! Ow! I don't fit through here. I'm can't. My I do not twist that way. I do not twist that way.
You do now.
Mar, you guys, they're gonna hear.
Okay, just leave me behind. It's okay.
Oh shit!
I
They're
got
here.
this.
Thatch, you heard most of this.
And then Thatcher's like being very, very nonchalant about about the whole thing. He's still he's got at least one eye on the code, and the other two are looking in the direction of the sound. That third eye being open now. You might as well come out now. We can hear you. Don't worry. Neither of us will hurt you. Well, I won't hurt you. Finn, no hurting anyone, please.
Sorry, there are people here. Oh, all right. Hello. No, we won't hurt them.
Hi.
Hello.
Do we have to come out, or can we just quietly leave?
I mean, I'm not going to force you to. Listen. It would be better for you to not sneak about. You don't seem terribly good at it.
Hey, wait, hold up. Just like
No,
1 second.
Whoa.
that's my fault. You don't see Mar. You just hear like shuffling and rummaging. And actually, I can't come out of hiding because I'm actually stuck. So
Yeah. You know what? You ruined our picnic. We were here first, and then you guys came and landed your whole ship on top of it. So the least you could do is help me get my friend Mar out of here.
Yeah.
oh, that's okay. I don't want to put anybody out. I'm sure. Here, just take my hammer, and we can just kind of
Hit you out?
Would you like to give them a hand? You know my luck with that kind of thing. I don't think I would be. And plus, I have this code to figure out here, and you know.
Yeah, you just keep looking at the code. You'll be fine. I'll help you out. All right. Oh my God.
you
You're a
turn the
big one.
corner, and you just see Mars like lower half, and you don't see her torso because she's through like a hole in a wall that's overgrown with like a bush and some. It's just
Why did you think this person would fit through here at all?
Wind is casually leaning on the back of Mark. Well, I mean, it looked good enough.
Yeah. All right. Well, look. Why don't we each grab a leg and yank?
Yeah, all right.
All right. Here we go.
All right.
All right,
And if
Mar.
that don't work, I have another idea.
I do have a crowbar if that's helpful.
No.
We'll try yanking first. Yanking first, then crowbar. We'll
Okay.
work our way up.
Oh,
All right, friend. There. 1, 2. Think skinny Mar. 5.
Both of you, please. Actually, I'll say one of you gets to lead this check, and the other can spend effort to help if you so desire.
I can. I'll roll. I'll lead the check. Someone
Lead.
can.
I'll give you an effort.
So what is that? How does that mechanic work, Dennis?
So whenever someone makes a check, an ally can spend 2 effort to help, and they get an extra die on their check, and then they take the lowest number, the better roll.
Do you want to roll one each? You can roll your helping
Good.
die.
All
Let's
right.
do it. It's going to be lower than my 9, I would assume.
I got a 2.
Oh, a 2.
So helpful.
And with that, there are a couple of the bricks surrounding this hole are jostled loose, making the hole itself bigger, and Mar and the rest of you all sort of, whoa, fall backwards into another poof of dust.
instantly Mar is untangling herself and trying to help people up. I'm so sorry. I didn't
Mar, your
mean
big
to
mitts.
fall.
Stop.
Okay.
Fold your arms.
Is everyone all right there?
Fine, we're fine. Don't you worry about it. You just keep looking at that wall. In fact,
Yep.
I might ask these kind folks about it. Listen, now that we've unstuck you and you're in a life debt towards us, do you guys do life debts here in the city?
Half dead.
No.
Really? You don't do life debts?
Hold
I
on,
see-
just 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Hey, Mar, what is a life debt? It sounds bad.
Look, it's no wonder that Galvora destroyed this whole city if you don't even understand basic principles. Now, look, to be fair, the Galvora destroyed...
That was a bit rude.
Actually, Mar slams her sledgehammer on the ground, and she gets really mad for a second. She says, "You take that back. You don't talk like that about my city. Not right in front of me."
That's completely fair.
Standing to her full height for the first time.
To be fair to you and your quite large stature, no, look, I'm sure it wasn't your fault. The Galvora do like to destroy pretty much everything they see. I know that, right till we can't talk, at least you guys still sort of try and live in the city. We just left ours to crumble. So maybe you're doing a bit better. Look. Either way,
when you mention it's probably not your fault, you don't really say it with any kind of meaning behind it, but she looks like stung by that, and she shrinks again and kind of stows her hammer and just like quietly sits on a rock nearby to listen to what you have to say.
Look, a life debt. It sounds bigger than it is. It's just the fact that without being pulled from the hole, Mar would have starved to death and died. And because we pulled you from the hole, you do owe your entire existence to me. It's fine. It's fine. It just
Ping.
means that...
Ping.
Oh, sorry, I'm getting pung.
Ping.
A really weird term for that. We've really got to fix that. We've got to come up with another term
Ping.
for that.
What is that sound? I like it.
Ping. There's
Kinda
you hear it coming from the back by the ship.
Sorry, I have to go check this. If you could all just wait here, because I will need your help in just a second, and you do owe me your life. All right, sorry. Good. Excuse me. I'll head back to the ship. I've got to check what this pinging is.
And as Finn walks up into the ship, Thatch would just very, very casually kind of lean back towards everyone else. I wouldn't worry about the life debt thing. It's not actually a thing we do. I think he's just trying to get you indebted to him. But pay no attention to me. I'm just going to continue this thing. I'm not even here.
Just disappears.
Wynn's gonna walk over and start just chattering to Thatch while Thatch is trying to concentrate. Non-stop talking.
As that conversation is happening, Finn, you're about to get into the ship, and you see a little bit of movement, and you sort of like poke your head around the side. Ping! There's 3 boys, maybe somewhere between 7 and 10, throwing rocks at the side of your ship.
Have they?
Ping! Ha! Nice one.
Look, luckily, I'm not that worried. This ship can hold up to a lot more than a couple of rocks. So overall, this is more annoying than it is a concern. But I'll see. And all right, okay, local boys throwing rocks. Unless
I bet you can't hit the. I bet you can't hit the light on the side. Oh yeah, watch this.
All right.
Ping! Dang it!
That's too much. Okay, I'm gonna jump behind the controls of the ship, and I'm gonna turn the engine on. The whole ship starts. Yeah, we're really powering up now.
the kids just scream and start running in the direction of the rest of our party.
I would like to take the ship and try and just track it right over the boys' heads and land in front of them. It is a very, very just precise maneuver. But luckily, although you assured us I wouldn't need this D6, when I pilot a ship, I roll a D6 for piloting because I have 3 ranks in pilot. So let's hope I don't crush any children. I'd like to land incredibly close to these kids in the direction that they're running. My ideal landing, just so we all know, is that I land with such suddenness and so close that all 3 kids run headfirst into the side of the ship and fall over. But if I crush them, this could be a terrible international incident.
I'd like you to please make a check.
And Bar's like, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
In Finbar's mind, this is not a risk. In Finbar's mind, this is like saying, oh, wouldn't it be a risk to like walk casually near some children? You might roll over and crush them underneath you. No, like I know how to walk. I know how to fly this ship.
But realistically, you're going to need a 3 or lower. A 3 or lower.
A 3!
Now, I have a question. I can expend effort to have extra dice in this game. Do I need to do that in advance, or can I do it once I roll a 4?
For help and boost, for adding extra dice, you can do it after.
All right, well, let's save that effort in case I'm about to kill a child. I am. So I'll quickly use 3 effort to save the life of these 3 children, because the 5 is probably not sufficient.
It's definitely not, Bill.
But the 1 is incredible. So
There we go.
Nobody's getting in there saying Finbar loves to crush children with his shit. He does not.
3 effort well spent. So as the ship floats right in front of these kids, the rest of you see this maneuver. Kids run out from behind a side of the building, and you can hear the of the ship kicking up dust behind it, and its anti-grav units sending these like purple pulses into the ground. And it flies around the kids and lands right in front of them, and one of them just boom falls onto the ground. Ow! Hey, Davy, are you all right? Come on, let's get out of here. And the kids all turn and see the rest of the party and sort of freeze.
Thatch will just kind of look at the kid, kind of cocked head to the side. He is very, very like genuinely curious, but because he has shy and bad luck, he looks creepy as hell right now, with all three eyes going, and he just goes, "Hi."
And it takes you a little bit by surprise, Thatch, but the kids aren't looking at you. They're looking at the three women that you just met.
How are they looking at us? Like, with what kind of emotion?
They're a little wary, bordering on the point of scared.
Do I recognize them?
Nope.
Shake your head, kid. Your eyes are stuck.
Oh, they're looking at you.
Run!
Oh, right. Well,
Run! Come on, let's go. Mom and Dad said not to be near the traitors. Let's go.
Oh, they're
And the kids are
Dad
gone.
again.
blink, blink, blink. Traitors?
What?
They called you traitors.
I didn't.
Mars just
Like traitors.
staring at the ground.
And then pat your hair.
And with that, we are going to take our break.
Poor depressed Mars.
I want to give Bill a stitch for that immaculate flying.
I fully agree.
And taking notes.
I think that would be Stitch 4, maybe 5.
By
It's
my count,
4.
it's 4.
Yeah.
All right. And I would I think it would end up being, I want to say 3.5, but I want to give a stitch to Sphinx for the third eye. I did not see that coming.
That was so cool.
I think only Thatch saw that coming.
Hey.
It's true.
I so desperately want to drive the ship with my bad driver struggle.
Please.
Oh my goodness.
I will get you on that ship.
Yes, let's make
Do
it
not
happen.
touch the controls to my ship, please.
We have to do it now.
As soon as Finbar told Thatch not to touch, I was like,
But what if is for me?
And I would like to award Stitch 5. I'm going to award 3. 1 each to Salvo, Wind, and Mar for children calling you traitors.
Dad. Okay.
Okay.
We go in order then. 5 would be Salvo, 6 Wind, 7 Mar.
That works.
Okay. Silly Rytil had a sword. Wind lacked supplies. A little bit bored. She wandered off and found a lad. Took his voice. He was spitting mad. But Salvo has more for her hoard.
Whoa.
How dare you.
Nice. All right. Now, it's me next. Mar, okay. A sudden rush, friends crush into a wall. Tall, then small. The wall apologizes.
Amazing.
Oh, it's me next. So I wrote 2, 1 for the code discovery, and the other one for the third eye. Oh, look, there's a code. Those rat bastards just won't stop. Some folk should not sneak. Open my third eye. Why does this freak Finbar out? What a scaredy cat.
Nice.
Thatch is way more confident in his poetry than he is in
I love
in
it.
his speech.
And then me flying over children who are throwing rocks at the ship. Here we go. They drew a line in dust and sand. Let's throw from here at least. They held their courage in their hand and threw it at the beast. But rocks were dropped and courage failed when the beast began to roar. They fled as overhead it sailed and almost knocked them to the floor. But running didn't help at all. It landed in a crouch. 3 noses met a metal wall. 3 voices shouted, "Ouch!" There you go.
Lovely.
Okay, Bill.
Can't write poetry, my ass.
I don't think I ever claimed not to be able to write poetry.
That
I
was
think I
me.
said I'd do
That was
great.
me, actually. I have to follow that up.
It is now Southwestern.
It is
That's
so
true.
interesting.
Wow.
And this is about the children calling as traitors. I wear my shame where they cannot see, behind a smile meant for you, not me. It's not my fault. Just let me be.
And wind, traitors, traitors all around. Traitors, traitors, crumpled town. Traitors, traitors, where's your luck? Traitors, traitors, you're all stuck.
Pulled you out.
And Mar. The eyes all stare, the faces know. No one can dig so far below the walls of guilt that scream my name. I'm buried here beneath my shame.
Oh, Ma. Ma's ashamed.
Oh, I'm sad.
Oh, poor Ma.
No.